My name is Bob. I'm 68 years old. That morning, I was stepping off my front porch to water the plants. Step 1, fine. Step 2, a little creaky. Step 3, crack. A sharp noise from my right knee. I stopped, gripped the railing, and I smiled. Not a happy smile. More like that dry chuckle of a man who once managed million-dollar portfolios and now has to negotiate with his own knees. And I thought, I spent my life investing in a 401k, and somehow I let my knees fall apart. Hi there, I'm Bob Miller. I used to be a financial advisor in Ohio. Spent most of my life tracking stocks, managing risk, and building portfolios. And now that I'm retired, I've realized something important. Health needs a strategy too. Just like money. I'm not chasing youth. I'm not trying to look 30 again. I just want one thing. To step down 3 porch stairs in the morning without hearing my joints complain. So I started building a new portfolio. Not on Wall Street, in my kitchen. You know what they don't tell you about retirement? It's not just about having enough money. It's about whether your knees still work when you go to pick up the mail. Mine didn't. At 65, I started noticing the small things. I used to skip stairs. Now I was afraid of them. Getting out of bed in the morning. My knees creaked before the floor did. And the worst part? It wasn't just pain. It was the feeling that my own body had stopped listening to me. I tried pills. They numbed the pain, sure. But they also made me feel detached, foggy, slow. Like I was renting a body, not living in one. One morning, I looked at my pill organizer, Monday to Sunday, color-coded, overflowing. And I said, I didn't work 40 years to end up like this. That was the moment. The same way I once moved money from risky stocks into long-term bonds. I decided to shift something in my life. I didn't know yet how, but I knew this. I needed to invest differently. This time, in my knees. So how do you rebuild your knees? Without rebuilding your medicine cabinet. You start small. You think long-term. You think like an investor. Before I changed anything, I did my homework. I read about collagen, aging joints, inflammation, amino acids. And I even ran it by a dietitian at my local clinic. Turns out, there's no single miracle food. But there are nutrients your joints quietly depend on, especially after 60. So I opened a new portfolio, a health 401k, and made my first contributions, straight from the grocery list. 1. Eggs. I eat 2 eggs every morning. Sometimes I boil them while making coffee. Other days, I scramble them with spinach. It's part of my morning rhythm now. Eggs are rich in glycine and proline, 2 amino acids that act as building blocks for collagen. Collagen isn't just for skin. Your joints, tendons, and even cartilage rely on it. But after 60, your body slows down collagen production. You can't stop it, but you can feed it. According to the National Institutes of Health, these amino acids are especially important for repairing connective tissue and maintaining flexibility as we age. I don't take pills for collagen. I just eat eggs. 2 every day, like a small deposit that adds up over time. 2. Salmon. I eat salmon once or twice a week, usually grilled on Sundays or baked with lemon and olive oil. If it's on sale at my grocery store, I stock up. Why salmon? It's loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA. These aren't just good fats. They're anti-inflammatory powerhouses. And inflammation? That's the silent enemy of aging joints. After 60, most of us walk around with some degree of chronic inflammation. in our knees, shoulders, even our spine. Omega-3s help reduce that fire from the inside out. One article I read from Harvard School of Public Health explained, omega-3s may not only ease joint stiffness, they also support heart health and brain function. 3 things I plan to hold on to. I used to think salmon was a luxury. Now I see it as a long-term asset, like a blue-chip stock for my body. 3. Blueberries. I eat a handful of frozen blueberries every day, straight from the freezer into my oatmeal, or just in a small bowl while I read the morning news. They're not just sweet, they're smart. Blueberries are packed with anthocyanins, a type of antioxidant that helps protect collagen from oxidative damage. Oxidative stress is like rust on your joints. Anthocyanins act like a shield. After 60, our cells become more vulnerable to inflammation and breakdown, especially in connective tissues, like tendons and cartilage. These berries help slow that process down. A study from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, showed that regular blueberry intake supports not only joint health, but also brain function and circulatory strength, which means better nutrient delivery to the places that need healing. And here's the best part. Frozen blueberries keep their nutrition. They're cheaper, last longer, and taste just fine. I grab mine from Trader Joe's when they're on sale. To me, they're like a daily insurance policy. Except this one comes in purple. 4. Pumpkin seeds. I keep a small jar of pumpkin seeds in the kitchen. Some afternoons when I feel the urge to snack, I grab a handful. Crunchy, salty, no regrets. These little seeds are rich in zinc and magnesium. 2 minerals your body needs to build and maintain collagen. Zinc helps enzymes form and stabilize collagen structure. Magnesium supports muscle and nerve function, which becomes more important as we age and lose muscle tone. And here's something I didn't know until my dietitian told me. Zinc deficiency is surprisingly common in older adults. Even mild deficiency can slow tissue repair and lead to joint pain that just won't go away. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, zinc also supports immune health, which means you're not just helping your knees, you're keeping your whole system stronger. I used to reach for chips, now I reach for these. Simple swap. Big return. 5. Bone broth. Every Sunday I make a pot of bone broth. Beef bones, a splash of apple cider vinegar, carrots, celery, simmered low and slow for 12 hours. It makes the whole house smell like something good is happening. But this isn't just comfort food, it's structural nutrition. Bone broth contains gelatin, collagen peptides, and minerals like calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium. When simmered properly, these nutrients extract from the bones into the broth, creating what some doctors call liquid cartilage. As we age, we lose joint fluid, cartilage cushioning, and bone density. Broth helps supply the raw materials your body needs to rebuild. A review published in the journal Nutrients in 2019 highlighted the role of collagen hydrolysate in improving joint pain and function in older adults, especially when paired with physical activity. Now, is it a magic fix? Number. But for me, it's part of my long game. I call it my slow-cooked dividend. 1 cup at lunch, 1 cup before bed. Warm, nourishing, worth it. All right, not everything changed overnight. But 3 months in, the cracks in my knees were gone. Stairs stopped being a negotiation. And my mornings? They started to feel like mine again. 6 months in. My knees move without cracking. I take stairs without thinking. I get out of bed without wincing. And my head, it feels clearer, like someone finally opened a window. These weren't miracles. They were returns from simple, steady contributions. Eggs, salmon, blueberries, pumpkin seeds, bone broth, week after week, bit by bit. They compound, just like any smart investment. I spent 40 years growing my financial 401k. Now I grow one for my body. And honestly, mobility, clarity, strength. These are the only dividends I care about now. Got your own 401k for health? Comment below. 401k for Okamrazi Fober. Sneeze, sleep, brain, whatever you're working on. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video in the 401k for Healthy Living series.